Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Looking at the Bitcoin US dollar index on the 1 hour chart. I've drawn a lot more lines since the last time we spoke. Now we're seeing a little bit of a rejection here as Bitcoin tries to re-enter the aqua parallel channel here and at the center line of the lavender parallel channel. And it's bouncing around these other lines that I've drawn. Now that's because of the DXY, which we'll look at in a second. And let's zoom out a little bit here and talk more about Bitcoin. First off, you could see it was trading in an ascending triangle with the bottom of the aqua parallel channel and this as a top here. And I drew this red target arrow measuring this candle wick here, this leg of the triangle from here to this wick. And in fact, I had the arrows going upwards since it's an ascending triangle, but you can see we fell out right here down to there. Exactly. And that was our scary little capitulation wick and marked the move back upwards, I believe. And you know what? I'm not going to do it, but if you go back to the March dump, you'll see something similar where we came down like this, had a big wick down, then moved upwards and sideways, and this was about in the mid section of the move. So you know what? Just see where that would put us. Say that was the middle. And then when we went sideways, more about the width of this, putting this in the middle. Yeah, I think Monday. I think we'll continue sideways here until Monday and see a move next week probably. That falls in line with what everything else that I'm looking at. Although I don't want to say we have to wait until Monday. But I expect that we'll continue sideways here until something like Monday and then come up out of here, because I also see us traveling in this ascending triangle here, this larger one, and seeing an explosive move out of it next week, which makes sense because we would be traveling in this aqua channel, and when we break out here, we'd simply be making a move to the upper range of the channel and hitting this white resistance support line, major at 28.8 here. Also, this red line is the top of the weekly Gaussian channel. So I think we're gonna get up here next week. Me looking good. So, and we will deal with this little pullback we're having in just a second. I have to switch charts to look at that. Well, I will briefly go to the DXY, but I don't have what I need to show you on this chart. Let's see, the DXY was really moving upwards here. It hit almost 104 and Now it's reversing. Actually, that's really nice. But I have to switch to another chart to look at that. Let's go to the total 3. And it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. Total 3 is really making nicer moves than Bitcoin. And see, we got rejected coming back in here into this green parallel channel. It's moving upwards. Not much else to say about that right now. You know, before I move to the DXY, I'll stay on these charts. And we'll move to what I'm really looking at here is the expansions off of our extreme lows on the volatility charts here. You can see on the total 3, look at all those lines. You know what, let's adjust these because we're not really looking at the price action. We're looking at this down here. Well, we may need to look at the price action a little bit. But so on the weekly, we're still at extreme lows at 5.16. We have not expanded yet. And our oscillator is continuing downwards. Now, I've spoken before about the 5-day and the weekly. By the time the weekly expands, the big move has already usually been made. But not when it's still at extreme lows, however. So, this up here was not our big move for the expansion from here. It was a setup for the big move. The big move is going to be when we come back up. And the 5-day has not expanded yet either. We're at 3.57 on the total 3, the crypto market cap, and still heading downwards on the oscillator, stochastic oscillator. All this is really, really nice. It's setting us up for a big move upwards because we will flip around as soon as this. Now, I don't see this expanding. The 5-day closes at the end of the day today. I don't see this expanding then. And probably not expanding in the next 5-day period, which ends Sunday. Wait, no, I'm sorry. What's today? Today's Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It ends Monday. I see the expansion coming Tuesday. Or, I mean, next week after this 5-day close. Which makes sense because I don't see the expansion on the weekly this week, but next week. So possibly a big move next week. And remember, what we won't see on the weekly, we won't see this expansion until not this Sunday's close, but the following Sunday's close. And by then, the move will already have been made, I believe. Unless it just simply starts next week and continues into the following week where we really see it move up. But I really see a huge move coming. Let's stay there because on the 2-day time frame, we didn't look at that yet. 2-day. Now, 2-day has expanded here. And you can see down here at the bottom in the stochastic, as it expanded, it was pointing upwards. And for the first couple days, the downward movement caused the expansion. Our dump caused the expansion, but we hadn't expanded yet when we dumped. And upon expansion, it was the stochastic oscillator was pointed upwards, but you can see it's only at 20% now, and it's kind of coming back down. It's kind of, the move is kind of fizzling out, and this happens on the 2 days sometimes, well, frequently, where we don't really expand and we kind of fizzle out. That's happened just recently somewhere. And actually, we kind of had it for a while back here anyway. We didn't see a really big expansion like we did here. As you can see, this expansion, while we were pointed upwards, did mark this move upwards through June and July. So maybe the same kind of thing happens here, where we don't quite get the expansion here. It's fizzling out. And then we get a bigger move. This 2-day time period ends not tonight, but tomorrow. So maybe we get a few more. So tomorrow's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, so maybe this comes back down into next week, and then we see it expand again into next week. That would be very interesting if this stays down as well and then turns upwards. So we're setting up really nicely for a large move. Bitcoin is a little bit different than the crypto market. And okay, where's my, oh, there it is. So let's move this out a little bit. And you can see when we did have expansion, it was the same thing. It was pointing upwards. We didn't have expansion yet here. And this move caused the expansion. But we also were pointed upwards when it was confirmed because we hit the bottom. And our next move is upwards. On 2 more closures, possibly this comes way back down, as it's not going anywhere. I mean, as we consolidated here. Let's have to wait and see what the 2-day looks like. But the 5-day and the weekly are have more impact. Their moves have more impact. You know, when I was speaking about the 2-day fizzling out, maybe what I was remembering was the 5-day. Because that's kind of what happened. No, I don't remember. Anyway, I don't remember what I'm speaking about. I think it was the 2-day, because the 5-day never expanded back there. And when it did, yeah, okay, see this big move upwards here in June. See, it was that big move upwards that caused the expansion. So by the time the expansion happens, the move has already been made. You know, maybe that's the same on the 2-day. That expansion off the 2-day was caused by this dump that we saw. So, anyway. This is at 9.3. Probably not going to expand by the end of the day. Probably stay down here. So the next 5-day period ends Monday, I believe I said, and we'll just have to wait and see. Possibly don't see expansion on that. Same as the crypto market cap. And we are down here at extreme lows on the stochastic RSI, or stochastic oscillator. So I see these as it expands, that flipping upwards, big move upwards here. And where was I going? On the weekly. The weekly on Bitcoin is just above 10%. It's starting to come out, but possibly by Sunday that comes back down below 10, or doesn't really make the move out of here. I don't think it's gonna like expand up to 16 or anything like that. So the expansion off that will really be confirmed next week or the following week. And you can see we're at extreme lows here, so we'll be turning back upwards. Now, so let's go to the DXY. And you know what? I gotta flip to a different chart now. We don't need to save that because I didn't change anything. This takes a second. There we go. Switch to there. DXY, we don't need these other charts. So, this is nice. The DXY is getting a nice rejection here. Look at that nice red candle. So that's has just occurred in the last hour, which is good. Good. And you can see where we're getting rejected. Right off of my lines, right there. There is a dotted lavender line and a red line. I added this red line just in case it went past here. As an option, it could go as high as here safely, but it's nice that we're seeing a rejection there. Now, let me go out to at least 4 hours. Let's see what that looks like. Now, the reason I added that other line is you can see back here that we did come up. We did poke through that far right there. I think we went through even farther. Yeah. Up here. But I didn't want to add a red line all the way up here. That would have been crazy. It would have been way back up at 105 something. We don't want to see it go all the way up there. Anyway, let's go to the 1 day because we got to zoom out more here. Look at the bigger picture. This is where DXY went way up here last September, October. And then we got rejected coming back down here. I expected us to continue back down in this purple parallel channel, and eventually we will get back down there in that direction. But we decided to take a side route here. I have a couple red parallel channels drawn. That's why there's so many lines there. Because we've seen price action in both, hitting the tops and the bottoms of both of those. And I haven't decided which channel it is, or if it's part of a larger channel, or what the deal is. Anyway, you can see that there is a potential. It's a weak inverse head and shoulders pattern here, because it's not really an inverse head and shoulders pattern. The inverse head and shoulders pattern would have a shallower shoulder here. This is really just oscillating back and forth in this parallel channel. When you have a reversal, an inverse head and shoulders is a reversal from one parallel channel. And I went ahead and drew a second upwards sloping channel, the lavender one here. To indicate something, but I've extended the channel all the way to grab this shoulder, but really on the head and shoulders reversal pattern, what you see is that from this head, not necessarily this shoulder marks the bottom of the new channel, but usually up here in this area somewhere. And so really, let me just move this. Can I move? There we go. Usually you see I got touching the wrong things here. Okay, come on, let's go back. Okay, that's still at 101,733. That's what it needs to be at. Usually, come on. Usually you see the channel more up here like this. The shoulder a little bit higher. And the center line hits the head and anyway, it looks differently. That shoulder came down quite a bit. It's really just oscillating. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a pattern, but it's a weak one. It's not a real strong one that you see a reversal in. Now, we did break through the neckline, what would be the neckline of that channel, which is why we were seeing the reversal in Bitcoin and the crypto market. However, and I thought this is what I was looking for on this, we did see a brief breakthrough, but when you see this breakthrough, it doesn't always confirm. It got rejected at the top of this other channel we were trading in. So that's why I have two channels drawn here. You see the strong contact points at the top of the lower parallel channel, but also you see contact at the upper part of the parallel channel. So same as on the bottom, and it continues on back there. So, but we saw a nice rejection here, coming back down. I'm not, and it looks like we are moving back up there. I do believe that we will see more action around here, but eventually get rejected. Maybe Powell says something on coming up that's gonna knock this down a little bit. We shall see. But anyway, I don't see a big reversal out of here because this is so a big reversal out of here would mean that we're coming back up here trading in this purple channel up to, like where we were before. Like this. Come on, stop doing all that. I don't see the dollar going back up here. I see this reversal here and staying in this green parallel channel, eventually falling out of that into the purple one here. Or possibly, I don't know. We'll have to see where price action continues. But going back down there because All you have to do is go out on the monthly to see. We very well could stay in that green channel. There's the green one. There's the purple one. And as you zoom out on the monthly, you can see the trend. So, yeah, we could very well stay in the green one back down to the center line of this channel. But this is a monthly, so that would be out in May of 2028. So, okay, go back. Let's go back. Let's just look at these here. DXY is way down from 104. Crypto market 324.6. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin futures, where this one right here, I can't touch those. And the one above it, which is the market index. Oh, Bitcoin futures is wanting to get ahead. They're trading very close to one another. Yeah. Look, Bitcoin futures is, wow, look at us go. That's nice. Nice. You know what? Let's go look at these guys making their moves in the early morning hours. We're on the monthly. Got to get off the monthly. Can't see anything there. Now I am on an old chart that's full of a bunch of lines. I don't even know where price action is. It's down here. There we are. Oh, look at nice green candle up. This is the crypto market cap. Good. Back up to 325. Okay, yeah, because you know what? Because the DXY is getting rejected. It's not as scary anymore. Crypto. The Bitcoin index. Yeah, look at the nice green candle. See when the DXY got rejected. We're coming back up. Why do I have that white line there on this chart? Anyway, this is a different chart than the one I've been. Huh. All right, we will leave it there and see you next time. Thanks.